late night update for you, and I am staying on some free land. Apparently, we can sleep here somewhere. Now I just got in. I'm assuming I'm gonna come to a campground head sometime soon. I don't know how this looks, so hopefully it looks okay. But I'm at the campsite, and there are 3 or 4 other vehicles. There's something peaceful about having other people around you, but not in the same vehicle as you. There's camaraderie, I guess, when you have a bunch of people parked in the same place. It's pretty cool. It's weird getting back into the swing of things because I completely forgot to film most of what I was doing today. Well, let me just show you. So this is the dinette that I've now modified. As you can see, I cut this corner here to make it a little bit more, a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, but also so I can go ahead and give myself more leg room. And I'm also working on taking off this panel right here. Bench, fully installed. But I can show you a shot from the inside too. Here is the foam. Now here, this is the natural edge of the piece of foam that I got, and this I managed to do with the circular saw. The only thing is it made a lot of fuzzies. I think I got most of them off. But if you're looking to cut foam, I highly recommend using the circular saw. Just make sure you do it outdoors. Please be responsible, do your research. And the buzz saw does work pretty well. There's a circular saw rather. Relatively short video for tonight. I was gonna say today, but it's really nighttime. Ooh. Didn't do a ton today. My brother helped me with one of the tasks that I did. Give me 1 second to think about how to phrase this. There's an aerosol type spray that you put in the throttle body that cleans out the throttle body of your engine and other components. My brother helped me. Bruh. The first of the dinette set. We ran into an interesting problem here. Ran out of material for that cushion, so I had to go all the way to the fabric store where I had got this material originally. It was a clearance fabric, every single clearance section, and could not find it because there's the dedicated clearance section, then there's a clearance rack, then there's another clearance rack over by where they cut the fabric. Nothing. I said, what the heck, let me take one last look, and I found another part of the clearance section that I hadn't seen before, or it might have been the first thing I saw was more of this fabric. I had a swatch with me, I guess you could say, and I just kind of held it up. I wasn't sure, so I went to bring it to the lady behind the counter, and I asked her, I'm sorry, is this the same thing? I can't tell. And it happened to be just enough. There was just enough left. I bought the remainder of it. It was like $8. I'm really pleased with how this looks. My grandma did a great job. So thanks, Grandma. Appreciate it. The curtain that goes here. It's a very simple little stripe green pattern going down. But it really helps to hide the ugliness of this closet currently. May paint the inside, may not. I really don't know. It's a matter of prioritizing things at this point for me. There are so many things that need to be done on the bus still that I'm just not sure what projects when... Hello. It's weird getting back into the swing of things because I keep forgetting to film and record. So last time you saw this side, how I changed the length here so that you can kind of tuck your feet under, because I found that that's how I'm comfortable sitting. Now I have done this side as well. A lot of people end up having mold or mildew issues, and I shouldn't because I've been painting everything with the mold and mildew resistant paint. Also, I have been ventilating a bunch of different things, and now even more ventilation here. So ideally, mold and mildew should never be an issue with this bus. That said, it's always possible. Better safe than sorry. I broke the handle off of here because there's a way to keep this front door locked. Besides locking it here, you can actually tie your seatbelt around the door handle and lock it in place to make sure no one breaks into your vehicle. And I made the mistake of doing that and forgetting to undo it when I went to go to the 24-hour fitness place. I basically had to break this off. It did take a while to break back into my bus. One, the armrest thing, proof of concept, works. Two, it should buy me enough time to wake up, try to lift this up and put in some slim pieces of wood that I have to put back here. I also took this time to go ahead and redo the door handle. You can see it's still a little unfinished over there, but I rounded out the actual handle part so it feels better to hold on to, and I rounded out the back profile as well. I was getting some seatbelt snags. I may still end up having those, but at least it looks a little more stylish. So the original system had these little clips here. I'm gonna forego those and actually put this as a spacer behind this. This big honking piece of wood should serve to hold this in place really, really well. I'm reusing the original part here to go on the outside like so-ish. All right, seems pretty sturdy so far. Now the cover's only wiggling because I just went ahead and pulled everything off to install this, but it should be super tight afterwards. And the new door handle is installed. Apparently it's a big issue with this particular type of vehicle. Again, 07 GMC Savannah 3500, also kind of the same body as the Chevrolet Express, but these handles just break off. So if I replaced it with a factory one, I'd have the same issue. On the other hand, since I've done my own kind of replacement, this is solid. It's not coming out at all, and there's very little vertical play. It's perfect for me. The only thing that I may end up doing is pulling these screws out and putting maybe some kind of thin foam, maybe like a velvet thing over it, because I do like to rest my arm on the armrest. I got some of these static cling window shades, and it's looking pretty good so far. Things that you don't really realize until you have a bus and you're driving it early in the morning, but the sun bleeds through the top here really, really badly, and it's just super bright. Like, you look to the right and all you see is sun, so it's kind of hard if you're changing lanes. And what I've been doing is taking this card and just kind of rocking it, and it helps and works perfectly fine to get this material underneath this rubber window seal for a nice clean look. And let's see what it looks like kind of closed. Nice, and that's even enough for me. I think it's like maybe 1/8 of an inch short on this side, but that's okay. Just to show you the inside, you can still see outside very easily. But again, this should help significantly with the sun beating down in the early mornings.